Hello, welcome to the video. I hope you're all doing well. My name is Tyler. I'm going to be playing some B and C sides in Celeste. Without further ado, I'm going to hit the lights. This video is going to be more relaxed, kind of like these two videos I made. Story time, just some things I want to talk about. And all the footage is ripped off of my Nintendo Switch. So sorry for any frame rate, quality issues. This is what we're working with. We'll get there one day with some quality footage. But until then, we're stuck with this. Which, I mean, for a Nintendo Switch, I think it's pretty okay. The in-game audio will play here shortly. I just really like this piano bit right here. I just love the music in this whole game. I mean, Lena Raine probably gets this all the goddamn time, but whew, man, this shit slaps. It's good. I don't know where she reached into her soul to put this into the game, but for people that don't know what any of this is, Celeste is a game where you climb a mountain, and the B and C sides are just harder versions of like the story missions or the story levels. This is single-handedly one of the hardest video game challenges I put myself through. And as dorky as that sounds, I mean, I am a changed man after this game. Like, people that have played this, no. I mean, watch the whole video. This footage is absolutely insane. The game asks so much, and this game does something that no other game has been able to replicate for me, and that's a feeling of like accomplishment. Man, I just realized what I was watching. That was a brutal leap. Anyway, yeah, the game just has this incredible ability to make you feel like you accomplished something, like you actually climbed a mountain, like every Celeste video essay points out. Speaking of video essays, I feel like this shot in the game was just made for video essays. I mean, look at this. You kidding me? Oh man. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about some things that are on my mind. I wrote down some things that kind of keep me on track, but really I'm just freeballing it like the other ones. But yeah, I mean, this is my second time playing through Celeste. The first time was back in 2020, and all I did was beat the main story. I had no interest in getting aggravated and trying to prove something to myself or whatever. So I shelved it, and then recently, me and my girlfriend broke up, so I was just trying to find things to keep my mind occupied. Celeste is another one of those games I just had to replay again to really experience the real fun of the game. This gameplay took me about a month to like beat everything too. So I mean, yeah, it was a good diversion from what's going on in my current life. I think what's super infectious about this game to me the second time around is that I really come to notice the developers are really pushing your own ability to love something, specifically this game. Like, are you willing to attempt and complete some of the hardest challenges this game has to offer in order to see what more the game has to offer? And replaying Celeste gave me the idea for a few topics I want to talk about, and I've been crushing lately, so let's explore that a little bit, man. I've forgotten what it's like to feel this way. Looking forward to days when the two of you will spend time together. I will say I'm always afraid to tell someone that I'm talking to someone romantically, because the second I do, it seems like something horrible always happens, making me feel like I'm not allowed to be excited at all in an effort just to save face. I just love talking about this shit, man. Whether it be like relationship troubles or, you know, some other thing. I like playing therapist. I like being a rock for people. You know, if YouTube doesn't work out, I've said this to people. I thought about going back to school to be a therapist. Like, I don't know. The human mind is a very insane thing. Can you tell I don't have a script? I'm just crazy about someone. You ever just crazy about someone, man? Just butterflies in your stomach. Everything is just wonderful. And when I'm around them, nothing can ever go wrong. Fuck, now I feel like I'm flying too close to the sun again, showing too much of my hand to life, and then something humbles me again. I'm building myself up too tall, and I'm gonna fall from greater heights if I keep doing this, but let me fall, man. This is exactly what I'm saying. I wear my heart on my sleeve, And I'm not gonna pretend like that's not me. When I'm excited about something, I want to talk about it. I'm 24 years old. I still get butterflies, meeting new people. I still check my phone every minute to see if this person has texted me, and I get psyched when it's them. This person makes me feel like how I've always wanted to feel, you know? Like I've been seeking this feeling for so long and had no idea how to obtain it until I met this person. Like everything is new again. It's new. And with that, it kind of gives you kind of a confidence. Like, I'm acting like I have all of life figured out and I'm the wisest person in a room of my friends. But it's as simple as me being jazzed that I get the chance to tell someone who I care about how I truly really feel about them. And I feel like not a lot of people get to do that. I guess another nice thing is whenever I get my heart broken, I'm always like, oh, I'll never find someone like that again. Oh, woe is me. And in time, I'm right back here. I'm right back to where I once was, this euphoric state of mind. So I decided to do the last level. If I could beat this, that'll give me enough motivation to just nut up and do the rest of the levels. Whew, man, I don't even know where to begin with this level. Sorry, we went on a little tangent there. I just had to explain what was happening. The next thing I'm going to talk about is kind of in relation to what I was talking about earlier. There's this comedy special with comedian Mike Birbiglia. I watched it when I was 16, and this was around the time my first high school girlfriend broke up with me, and I was floored with unbelievable sadness. You know how it goes. But towards the end of the special, he talks about this conversation he had with his girlfriend at the time, how he feels like he's too hard to love. You know, why does she love him? And her response was something that kind of stuck with me to this very day. He said that she said that I can't choose who I love. And at the time, I thought that was insanely profound. That thought alone, that this is something I truly had no control over, you know, feeling love for anybody. Like, I had no choice in the matter. And you might think you can choose who you love, but I think the main takeaway from what Mike Birbiglia's girlfriend at the time was saying is that she allows herself to feel these emotions when they surface. In the moment, when it makes sense, it's not forced. It's like when Dr. Manhattan said, we're all just puppets on a string. Your every move in your life brings you closer to your predetermined fate. And maybe that's true, you know, or maybe we are the masters of our own fate. But I'll gladly take comfort in the former, though, because whatever is currently happening as I'm recording this, I'm going to go out of my way and try my best to keep this going for as long as possible, because what's happening right now makes me feel good. I feel good. I feel like myself. And I will gladly allow myself to feel these emotions as they are presented to me. I guess I never was looking for permission to start, but it did present itself to me. Opportunities have presented themselves to me. And going through this door, I'm experiencing more beauty than I've ever had. If I didn't allow myself to just follow my heart and follow my gut and just let it take me where it needs to take me. I just love the people I choose to be around, and that's all I really need at the moment. And maybe it's all I need in life. Life can always get better, don't get me wrong. I'm happy, but I'm not satisfied. And I feel like a lot of people can relate to that. Patience truly is key. And thankfully, I'm somewhat of a patient person, but I said in my last video, you just get tired of waiting. But it does pay off. So, you know. Yeah. Man. Life's pretty neat. And speaking of, this channel has come a long way, don't get me wrong. From crappy covers and wannabe gear channel videos to where we're at right now, you know? The last video kind of blew up a little bit. It had a boom, big spike as soon, well, not as soon as I uploaded it. But within 2 days, it got 1,000 views. That's fucking nuts. And it's got a bunch of nice, sweet comments from a bunch of nice, sweet, awesome people. Thank you again for showing that support. over on that. I say this in like almost every video. Well, that's a lie. But I love getting comments, seeing interactions in the comments, people reacting to the video how I wanted them to react and have those emotions and such. It is seriously just a very heartwarming thing. Like, I cannot even put into words how amazing I feel right now. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So thank you everyone for commenting. That was really fucking awesome. And yeah, seriously. Another thing that Celeste kind of made me realize and appreciate, I am totally not looking at my notes here, but nice segue. I enjoy being angry sometimes, you know? I mean, when it's warranted, yeah, I mean, let loose, go for it. But, you know, there's time and a place to show anger or be angry at something. Ironically, I have way better control of my anger since beating this. Gosh, when I was a kid, oh boy, I was just a ball of emotions, of negative emotions. Video game. There was an extremely hard challenge in a video game. I remember distinctly. I was playing Steven Spielberg's Boom Blocks, right, on the Wii, and it's a game where you throw fake balls and shoot blocks to get points and beat levels and stuff. And I'm not doing a good job explaining the game, but I would get so mad at that game, I would gnaw on the tips of the fucking Wiimote out of frustration because I was not good enough to beat a level. And internalizing it did not feel good, so I was trying every which way to not feel this way by physically letting out this anger. And I want to thank Celeste for kind of keeping that shit in check. You know, because I played some of these levels in front of my friends, and, you know, I don't think I would remain friends with them if they saw me throw a fucking temper tantrum and chuck a controller across the room and never pick up the game again. Again, the game just makes you so accomplished. It makes you feel accomplished. It feels like you overcame so much, and the fact that no one forced me to play these makes it even better, you know? And then realize that this is seriously some of the most fun I've had in a game in a long time. And the fact that it's so frustrating is kind of hard to recommend it to people, you know? But it's like, once you push past yourself, you know, that's when you truly have fun with that game. We're coming up on the ending, baby. And I didn't record this, but another really cool thing about this game is just a fucking gem. It is a goddamn masterpiece, man. Another insanely cool thing about Celeste is that it has secret moves. It has moves that you could do. You could have done them as soon as you started the game up. But like, since you're in these harder stages, they're like, hey, try this. And this very unique niche button combination you never would have done on your own, except maybe if you did it on accident, maybe. But that's so unbelievably cool. Secret moves. And you can't get past the harder levels until you master these moves. And so good. So good, man. Back to when I said that there's a time and place to show anger or feel angry. I stay too much in my head sometimes. It happens to me way too often, and I had to snap myself out of it. Kind of leads me into another story. When I was a kid, I would cry a lot. I would be in my own head too much and stay there, and I would think everyone just thought I was weird, thought they hated me. I hated my appearances. I hated the clothes I wore. I just didn't know who I was, and I didn't like who I was. I didn't know how to change that, and I thought people were just patronizing me. When people look in my general direction, I always thought they just think the worst of me for some reason, or they thought I was hideous. And then whenever someone would even give me a compliment, I thought it would be backhanded, and I would break down in front of people because I didn't know if they were being sincere or not. And that's kind of a really fucked up, shitty thing, you know? And I don't know if that says a lot about me or the people I grew up with. And with this newfound confidence, it was time to tackle chapter 4. And then I didn't record chapter 4. I don't know why. I guess I hated it so much that I just couldn't be bothered. So here's chapter 5. We're gonna go back in time to the first Thanksgiving. No, but can we just appreciate this chapter 5 B-side remix? You got me fucked up. I let my anger define who I was back then when I was a kid, and now I had a reputation that was making my worst fears into a reality. People actually having a reason to find me weird. Being overly emotional when someone was doing the most mundane thing towards me. And you know, kind of saying all that out loud and looking back, I feel like people had every right to think I was weird and treat me different. But, I mean, it still sucks, you know? I was obviously overstimulated, and I didn't know how to handle it. That was the only kind of release I had, I guess. Was to cry about it, was to be overly emotional about whatever was happening. Just don't let such trivial things and these negative thoughts become bigger than yourself to where people only see that and not you. You know, this game shouldn't be a solution to your problems, obviously. Maybe teach you something. Hell. God forbid, right? And we never want the lesson to truly be over, right? Because as soon as it's over, then you have to actively apply it in your life now. But, I mean, that's a beautiful thing in of itself. So. I mentioned I started off, like this was like my first B-side I'd ever beaten. Like this is what started this whole domino effect. But I did it. And that's all my main points kind of wrapped up. I kind of want to talk about the game a little bit towards the end, so I'm just going to get into that. Reflections, I mean, nothing too memorable, honestly. I mean, it was hard, don't get me wrong. But I didn't hate the battle in parts. Like, I thought those were pretty fun, myself. Between you and me, I think this has the best Last Room music rendition. How do I say it? What is this? A remix of a remix? God damn it. I then finished the Core's B-side, got a nice little letter that said I got the C-sides, and here's all my deaths. Here's me getting the last heart, because this video would be like 40 minutes long if I showed literally everything. And I don't feel like editing that much, so this is it. Now, I was not even gonna touch the C-sides. That did not sound appealing to me at all, especially after this relentless gauntlet that I put myself through. Again, no one forced me to do this, but whatever. Wasn't even gonna touch it. And then you get that chapter 1 heart, and you're like, okay, that wasn't too bad. And then go chapter 2, and then you pull off one of the most satisfying moves I've ever done in a video game. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Right that high, and I'm like, oh man, these C-sides are actually pretty fun. And then the wall dash move comes back into play, and I am a certified master at this fucking move. I have died 900 times on this shit because you cannot progress if you can't get good at these speedrunning strats that the game just throws in the game. It's just mind-blowing how fun all of this was. Every moment of this was just a fucking it was a journey. Especially the summit. The summit was like my white whale. And I'm just gonna let this play. And I'm just gonna show you the ending, the core side, because again, this video would be too long, but I did it. And the core was pretty sweet too. They did show you another secret move, which was really cool. I know this one is very daunting and overwhelming because of how long this last level is, but again, it just comes down to repetition and just learning out the layout of the level, and super fun to pull off in the end. Here's the profile, here's my deaths, here's everything. You can pause it if you want. Yeah, I guess I just wanted a word vomit and just kind of show off my Celeste skills. And I just get some stuff off my mind, you know, because I think that's healthy to do. It's nice to do. And I want to reflect on this video one day in the future. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. I fuck with you. Thank you for watching me put myself through this unforgiving gauntlet that is Celeste. Good night.